All right, guys, from the video from the last week, you worked some K-guard entry, attack the upper body when I have a kneeling opponent in front of me. So today I'm gonna focus more when the person stand up, okay? When the person starts to go in standing to escape the close guard, I'm gonna make the same scoop grip, and then the difference is gonna be his posture. Because he's standing, it's gonna be difficult to attack the upper body. I'm gonna need to focus in the lower body. So if you didn't check it out the first video, try to make sure look to the video from the last week and know exactly what I talk about, okay? So, when I start close guard, and one of the things that happen most common here is Cash start to stand up to try to break my close guard, okay? First thing that I do, I lock my heels and I try to bring my heels to his lower back and I bring my hips up, okay? Just to make it harder to him break the close guard. I don't stay hanging with my hips down. I pull my hips up just to make it harder to him unlock my legs. Because they're asymmetrical here, I can pick a side. So usually here, I keep this grip in the collar and I start to make a scoop grip on his knee. Just like that, okay? When I see him going vertical to escape the close guard and I feel like I'm not gonna be able to maintain the close guard lock, or if I decide to open, I start to pivot my knees and I start to go to this K-guard figuration here. Okay? So exactly the same configuration as before. So I hook his armpit, I make it a foot passing his waist, and my knee has to be inside. This is a very important detail. Your knee has to be inside, okay? So super important now, maintain the posture, like keep it pulling the person towards you, maintain the posture broken, okay? As soon as I get here, I'm gonna start to scoop myself underneath, and the same time that I scoop myself underneath, I pull him towards the opposite direction, okay? So I pull him down, and I start to scoop towards the opposite direction, and I'm gonna make this reaction happen. Sometimes my partner is gonna drop in his knees, sometimes he's gonna stay standing. Okay, doesn't matter what kind of reaction that he does, I'm gonna place my other hook inside. And now if you guys notice, I have an X-guard situation here, okay? So now from here, because he has holding the grip in the collar, if I want, I can attack the upper body, okay? So I can start to just lifting him away, pushing away, maybe step on his leg to extend him away, and now that grip in the collar gives me the opportunity to go to the same upper body attacks that you did in the first video. So if you actually start to control it more towards to my legs, what is super common here, now I'm gonna start to think about more towards sweeps. I have this Modify X guard situation here, and I have this grip here as a scoop grip, and I wanna make sure that my hands is palming underneath, because now I have a more lifting motion, okay, to attack him, okay? So now from here, I'm gonna use this grip in the collar to pull myself close to the opposite leg, and I'm gonna grab the other pants. The fact that he has this grip on my pants, if I try to come up from here, I always gonna get stuck. I need to bring his both hands to the floor. So after I reach from this grip, what I do? I'm gonna be stepping on him, and I'm gonna start to be pushing until he's posting both hands on the floor. As soon as his both hands go to the floor, I know I have a freedom on bottom. I guide him towards the opposite direction, and now his hips on the floor. As soon as his hips on the floor, I start to build myself up in a technical stand up, and I come up with nice two strong grips on the pants to establish my sweep attack, okay? So, the other thing that you guys can do, especially talk about submission attacks. So there's a few leg locks that is available there, okay? One that is available for everybody, doesn't matter what belt, is the straight ankle. It's a very powerful weapon, and you guys should explore that option. Okay, so let's say Cash starts to stand up. I start to make that scoop grip on the leg. I start to go okay. When I drive him towards to the side, so this time he's dropping his knee on the floor. I find the hook inside. As soon as I get here, look, now I'm gonna let go this grip. I'm gonna secure this grip in the pants, and then I'm gonna start to feed. So I go as deep as I can with my elbow close to his toes, like I'm pushing all the way back. And then when I start to square, I make sure I do a nice bite on his foot. Okay? If you guys notice, his heels is almost popped off. Okay? You guys, from here, so from here, look at how I squeeze his toes. Okay? To don't let him flex his toes and stay strong in this position. I use my elbow to do a nice bite, and I squeeze with my leg muscle. Just like that. And then I catch my own collar. Okay, I catch it like a jipper in my own collar. As soon as I get here, I grab the other grip right on the pins or right on his knee. And now I'm going to start to square my hips towards to the ceiling, and I'm going to start to step on him. Because what this gives me, I can start to lift my hips up, and I can start to arch my back to finish with a strong straight ankle. My elbow go behind, my hips go up, and I finish in here. From the brown belts, keep in mind now, guys, brown belt division now and black belt division, you guys can start to turn inwards, which means like you're gonna make the lock way powerful. Okay, now you are belly down, and you can start to apply pressure, extend your body, and finish from here. Okay, I wouldn't really recommend if you're brown or black belt, start to turn inwards. Use the rules, is in your favor, because you're gonna increase the power of the position, like, a lot in that situation. Okay, so let's see both attacks again. So the sweep attack in the straight ankle. So Kai starts to stand up. I make my scoop grip in the leg. I notice that he's gonna lock my legs, or I wanna unlock my legs and go to the K. I start to go to the K guard. Now, super important, I start to drive in towards the opposite side, and I get here. If Cash stays standing and he's holding my leg, I need to think about sweeps. If he's holding my collar, I can start to extend him away and start to think about upper body attacks. Okay? If Cash starts to holding my pants, now I start to think more about lower body. I use the hook and I use my head to pull myself close. I start to bring in both the hands on the floor, and I spin him through towards the same side of the K guard entry. As soon as I end up here, I start to build myself up, and I establish the sweep. Okay? If I want to attack the lower body, when I get here, and especially when my partner drops that knee on the floor, what is making it easier to make this leg light, because now I have a way less leg, it's making it way easier to start to feet and start to get a nice bite on the foot. I start controlling his knee right on top of the patella here to push it away and start to extend a little bit more the leg. Okay, now I step my foot on his foot, and now I start to arch my back, and I get a nice straight ankle submission lock. From the higher ranks, you guys can now start to turn inwards, and then start to finish belly down and have a strong finish. So let's see in regular motion.